John, you've faced St. Pat's many times as a Dundalk player. I remember some big games back in 2013. St. Pat's, I hate to tell you, won the league against Dundalk by 3 points, and some big matches at Oriel, some big matches at Richmond. I'm sure you've got some memories of St. Pat's v Dundalk matches when you were a Dundalk player, and now you'll be on the other side of the table come the 19th of March.
And going back to that day, 2013, I remember Pats were the team to chase at the time, and they played a great brand of football. And like you said, we finished 3 points off them that season, and that's who we were chasing. Then the following year was to try and do better. But I remember they did a great side.
Yeah, like when you were playing in those matches, and Stephen spoke earlier on about Richmond being a place that away players like to play in because of the pitch and the atmosphere, but also when the St. Pat's fans are able to verbally, what's my word here to choose carefully, verbally shout at the opposition players, particularly if you're on the Camac side or wherever you might be in the ground. It's the same in loads of grounds, but particularly if you're in the gantry in Richmond, and I think Sam Bowen said it when he signed, and he was right back for Waterford the opening night of the season, and he was certainly told that he needed to make sure he played well on that night because St. Pat's fans were trying to make things difficult for him. Is that something you experienced?
Yeah, and I think it's been said a couple of times in the chat about how good of a ground it is. And I remember my first time coming into the league and experiencing playing there away was incredible. It's of course a lovely little ground as you step down into it, and then like I said back then 2012, 13, and even a little bit past that, they were successful at the time. And I remember it was a full house, and it was very intimidating as a young lad coming and playing away. And I think actually the last time we played them, the season they won the league in 2013, there was nearly 3,500 at that game. So it's it's a great venue.
You're looking forward now to the other side, and I think Lee spoke very well there about looking forward to having the supporters back. You'll make your league debut at Richmond against Drogheda in front of no supporters, but hopefully we can have some in to cheer you guys on and for you to experience the Richmond Park atmosphere as a home player.
Yeah, please God, Jamie. Like we said, it's an intimidating place, and like when that happens and we can get the fans in, it'll be intimidating for other teams to come, and I'm sure from last year watching on the Watch League of Ireland, fans would have seen the way Stephen has the team playing, and it's an exciting brand of football when having the ball, and then without it, it's a high work rate. So I've no doubt the fans will get behind us fully when we get back into the ground, and please God have a successful year together.
John, you've had time now to settle into being a St. Pat's player with the pre-season and the friendly matches as well. After so long with Dundalk, how did you go about, I suppose, getting used to playing for another club, and I suppose getting to know the players? And as Stephen mentioned earlier on, that's been difficult with no gym sessions and no real way to bond apart from actually on the pitch.
Yeah, like you've touched on it. That's the difficult side, but as soon as I had agreed to sign, I was already had a friend there, Robbie Benson, and I touched base with him a lot over the off season, to sort of find out about lads, and like that, I was looking forward to, like all the lads, getting back in and getting to meet them, because having seen a lot of their games last year and played against them, they were a very good side and hard to play against. So like that, I was looking to getting to know the lads better and build relationships on the pitch, and I think we've been going in a good direction.
Yeah, you are one of the more experienced players. You've played in Europa League runs, you've played in massive games for Dundalk, and you'll now be playing in massive games hopefully for St. Pat's as well. How do you feel your experience at that will help at St. Pat's? Firstly your own performances, the other players, the new players, the younger players, and I know when Stephen did speak when we announced that you'd signed about how much that big match experience, that you would lend to the group.
Yeah, of course. Like any player coming, you want to bring as much as you can to the team and the group to push on, and like that, I'll be trying to bring as much as I can personally. But it's pulled from a lot of different directions. Like not just experienced players, like that's been said. There's young lads coming through that are showing their talent and really pushing and keeping other players on their toes, and everyone's sort of pushing everyone on. This what I've seen so far, and there's a good balance between it all.
Yeah, question for you, John, from Adam in the chat saying, what will it feel like having worn the Dundalk jersey for 8 years to pull on this St. Pat's jersey in Tallaght Stadium next Friday?
Yeah, it'll be very exciting. I was a proud moment putting on the jersey in the first pre-season game. And like I said, in the off season, it was very exciting to get in and get going, meeting the lads, and that's why you train hard and you work hard in pre-season is for the Friday nights or Saturday games to go out there and to win as a group. And when the fixture list came out, I think everyone in the league does be excited for it, and us as a group at Pats, we were very excited by the start we have, and we're full of confidence going into that now next week.
Lastly, John, that word win and winning mentality is used quite a lot in football, and that's something that you've got used to doing. And in pre-season, with the way things are this year, we can only play against first division teams, and the intensity of those games has been very good, but it won't compare to Shamrock Rovers away or Drogheda at home or Bohemians away. Tell me about that, winning mentality and wanting to win at all costs, and what you guys will be willing to go and do in terms of attitude, application and stuff to ensure that the team does their very best to try and win these big football matches starting next week.
Yeah, well, I think anyone with a competitive nature, wants to win at the end of the day. And like that feeling on a Friday night, there's nothing better when you come in as a team and you've left nothing on the pitch and you've picked up 3 points. You're going home on a good form that weekend, and you have a real bounce in your step. And obviously the opposite, when the results don't go your way, you're dwelling on the match and thinking about it and waiting for the next game to make things right. So like I said, you can't beat that feeling of winning on a Friday night, and please God, we'll have plenty of experience of this year.